Hello everyone, I am Mecha Random 42, your favorite YouTube harpy. Kathleen Kennedy, you're gonna get it. But first, check out my 50k subscriber special live stream Saturday. Sorry, there's like no lighting in here. And Saturday, 8 o'clock Central, 7 Mountain, whatever time zone. Check that out. I will be back in my normal studio with all of the pop-ups and all the awesome stuff. December 3rd, High Council, my channel. Be there or else. Or else. Queen Mecha decrees it. Now, Kathleen Kennedy, you are on my list. I wish I had something to I don't have a... You know what? Here. Also, welcome from the Haunted Stanley Hotel, the historic one. Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen, my movies are good. Kennedy. Yeah, this is the coolest thing I've ever had. Kathleen Kennedy on difficulty of making Star Wars sequel films. There's no source material. We don't have comic books. Now I'm reading this from Bounding Into Comics. Shout out to Bounding Into Comics. One of us. Ooh, just the title. I saw that on this article, and then of course I had to go away for a couple of days. This stupid woman. How dare her with her dumb does she not know of the Thrawn stuff, the old, she knows about all this. If they hadn't have done this, okay, she's throwing shade at Disney. And of course, the original interview came on Star Wars One Good Week. Kathleen Kennedy had to poke her little head out of hiding, right? We had one good week of Star Wars with pretty glowing reviews of Mandalorian and the new video game. So she pops her little head out with this paid advertisement, as far as we know. I mean, it's a commercial. It might not be paid, but it's an advertisement for Star Wars, the next movie. That's all this Rolling Stone article was. And she has the nerve to say there's no source material. What is this? Is this a shot at Disney for not keeping it, for throwing it all out the window? Is this a shot at Benioff and Weiss? Who is it? Like, seriously? Or is she just so ditzy that she doesn't know? That's the thing with Kathleen Kennedy. She just comes across as such a ditz. Kennedy was asked by Rolling Stone if the final entry in Disney's Star Wars sequel trilogy was a particularly hard nut to crack. Well, every one of these movies is a particularly hard nut to crack. There's no source material. We don't have comic books. We have 800-page novels. Or we don't have 800-page novels. We don't have anything other than passionate storytellers who get together and talk about what the next iteration might be. This is a lie. Yeah, it's a big, fat, stupid, stinking lie. There is no other way to describe it. It's a lie. She's either lying or she's just not good at remembering things. She's just ditzy. She comes off as a little ditzy. She comes across to me like she doesn't quite know what she's doing, and she just goes on her name and who she knows, right? Because seriously, we're on the same team as George Lucas and Steven Spielberg. Of course you're gonna, be one of the most sought-after people. But in reality, who the crap was doing all the heavy lifting on those movies? Spielberg, Lucas. So they say, this is a lie. There's no other way to describe it as a lie. Disney CEO Bob Iger admitted they received outlines from George Lucas. There's footage! And man, if I were at home. George Lucas flat out says, yes, I gave them a treatment for the next trilogy. They admitted it about what the sequel trilogy would look like in his recent book. Iger wrote, at some point in the process, George told me that he had completed outlines for 3 movies. He agreed to send us 3 copies of the outlines, one for me, one for Alan Braverman, and one for Alan Horn, who had just been hired to run our studio. Alan Horn and I read George's outlines and decided we needed to buy them, though we made it clear in the purchase agreement that we would not be contractually obligated to adhere to the plot lines he'd laid out. Not only did Disney have Lucas's outline, but they also had access to a plethora of novels, video games, comic books about Star Wars. They had source material, they had comic books, and they had lengthy novels, all of which would have been better than anything we got. Seriously, what are you thinking? And now all the normies are going to eat this up because that's all they have left are the people like my mother, who's almost 70, who's going to go and see this probably, even though I say, don't bother. She'll probably go with my aunt and uncle. because they saw the original trilogy once or twice. Because I like it, and she remembers that I like it. This is Star Wars now. And of course I have to address some of the rumors of Doomcock's video where the test audience that had walked out of the screening. Now, spoiler, leak, whatever. There was a test screening, and they had shown the Millennium Falcon blowing up with pretty much everybody from the original trilogy we had left. So, you know, the droids, Princess Leia, Chewbacca, Lando. Everybody walked out. They didn't even pay for it, and they walked out. That's what I would do. Merry Christmas. Let's kill everybody that you've grown up watching. For some of us like me who are a little older than they look. Everybody you have spent every holiday with. Let's just kill them all right at Christmas. Merry Christmas from Lucasfilm. Hashtag movies are not mandatory. I do have t-shirts available. And you know, we don't have to see this opening day. And if the rumors about Japan getting this first are true, I'm sure there'll be plenty of versions out there sailing on the seas if people actually want to find them. Of course, they don't, you know, legally condone any of that, but yeah. So check out my 50K stream Saturday. I am Mecha Random 42, and I will see you guys on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Bye.